Willie D. Live.
Well, the media has always been complicit in the propaganda against people like me and you. And not just us, but around the world. The media has always been complicit. The thing is, here's the deal with the media right now. The media is scared to death that if they say something to run Donald Trump hot, Donald Trump is going to make them pay some incredible taxes and things of that nature. Donald Trump has weaponized his position as president against anybody that disagrees with him, even if it's a major constitution. You saw what he's dealing with Harvard, right? Mm-hmm. Because his son couldn't get into Harvard.
Right.
Now, so he wants to make Harvard pay tariffs. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know, he wants to make Harvard pay taxes and stuff, right? This is
not letting foreign students. He don't want no more foreign students in. So he's
He wants to charge them up. He wants to dig into their endowment because they're going against him, and because they said no, we're gonna we like what we're doing over here, and we don't need your input. Mm-hmm. It's like, so I'm gonna weaponize my presidency to make you bend to my will. And CNN knows that they'll be in the crosshairs too. In fact, they've been in the crosshairs of Donald Trump for a long time. But now they see Donald Trump more than ever don't just have the power, but he's willing to exercise his power to harm them financially. And that is why they're walking a tightrope. And they're and they're kissing his butt. Now, you spoke about the Democratic Party, being the media being biased toward the Democratic Party, but
not towards, against.
Well, against the Democratic Party, right? So, but the thing is that the Republicans say the same thing about the Democrat. They say the same thing about CNN being biased toward Democrats. This is what I want to know. You being a lifelong member of the Democratic Party, right? Mm-hmm. Have you ever not been a member of the Democratic Party?
No.
Okay, so lifelong member of the Democratic Party. You can answer this better than anybody because you came up in it, you became a lawmaker, and you stand on it today. Why is it that the Democratic Party is not loyal to the black community as the black community is loyal to it?
That's a phenomenal question, brother. A phenomenal question. And I think two things. Number one, the black community has not created the black agenda by which the Democratic Party must follow. We haven't given them a closed mouth won't ever get fed. And we so busy, we've lost sight, as I previously said, we've lost sight on what our plan is. When we wanted the Civil Rights Act to pass, we only focused on that. Now, the Democrats have thrown everything, and now it's women's reproductive rights, now it's LGBT, now it's immigration. It's everything but us. Because if the Democrats was serious about losing these races and losing its base, then you would focus on the number one base you have, which is 83% of all black folk gonna vote Democratic. And the reason why that number is even lower today is because you haven't addressed any of the issues that are important to us. Reparations. It's been important to us, but that's really not important. What do we do with that? It's too hard. It's too hard to figure out. Well, lynching laws are still on the books. We've tried, but we don't really. You've never fully funded HBCUs. So what?
Which is something you championed. You championed for the reform of financial reform for HBCUs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But the thing is that why haven't the Democratic Party ever done? Because we have forgot as black leaders to put forth our vision and our plan for what we think in the direction that we should go. What is it? We know the problems that exist in our community. Houston's problems is not black community's problems are no different than Dallas's black community or San Antonio's black community or Austin or even El Paso, anywhere there's a a congregation of black folk, our problems are going to be the same. So why haven't we addressed those? Because we have been too busy worrying about this and that and this and that, as opposed to coming together and said, here are the issues. Town hall meetings need to be had across this state to come to a consensus on what a plan looks like for us. Are we going to deal with the HBCU finance? Are we going to deal with healthcare disparities? Are we going to deal with criminal justice? Are we going to can't do it all at one time. Let's get this real. You ain't going to solve the black community's problems in one session. But we can start chipping away at it. And how we do that is the same way we did during the civil rights. Either you're going to respect us or you're going to expect us. And what's going to happen is if you don't want to listen to us, and if you don't want to compromise on some things, then we're going to have to go back to the days of yesteryear when we said, shut it down. Shut it down, because the only thing that anybody and any time they ever respect us is when we finally decide that we're going to boycott them financially. But unfortunately today, we don't know what that means. We don't know how to stop buying stuff. We don't know how to stop enriching our enslavers. We don't know how to stop enriching those that are oppressing us because we too busy trying to impress one another. We too busy trying to buy our way out of oppression, and it ain't gonna happen. But when we come to a consensus on a plan, now we're talking about this is where we're going. But right now we don't have a plan.